Hey you guys, okay, so today I'm going to do my makeup with you, as you can see, and I'm gonna tell you how you need to do your makeup in the summertime so that it doesn't like run all down your face. I'm telling you, I've got some good tricks. I really do. Tried and true things. I just dried my hair, so it's well, it doesn't look bad. So I was gonna say it looks a little fluffy. I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna do a little, it looks so red. I'm gonna do a little hair thing as well, but I think I might do that in another video because I feel like this is gonna be kind of long. So maybe like this whole week can just be a little summer thing, and at the end of the week we can talk about that. All right, so let me tell you what I have on my face so far. My skin in its natural state is kind of splotchy. I'm a little red. I broke out just a little bit the other day, and I'll tell you what it is, y'all. We haven't had our sinks, well, we do now, but I wasn't washing my face in the morning. I was just like using, you know, like a little like cleansing pad or something, and I broke out a little bit. So I swear to you, I think this really does work. This is what I use in the morning. Of course, I use my Lancer at night, and I had been like just taking a shower every night to wash my face. But I'm so glad that like everything is put back together and I can wash my face again in the morning because I'm too lazy to like go to another bathroom to do it. So yeah, really love that. The oil-free acne wash, good stuff. Okay, so all I have on my skin after I wash my face is I use this. It's the Kate Somerville Anti-Bac, and it's the, can't really see it, it's the benzoyl peroxide treatment. And I feel like that keeps my skin from getting really oily. And then the Clinique Even Better, which has my SPF in it. I know there's people that use their serum and an SPF and their face treatment and 2 oils and then 5 primers. It's like, I can't do that. My face will break out. So I like that I can combine my SPF, this SPF 20. I really love this. It's oil-free, it doesn't break me out. So, let me tell you, oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at my, oh, I'm like matching all around. This beauty blender, you guys, this is the first time I've actually used it, but I've told you guys about it in videos, in my last video, but oh my gosh, it is it's really soft. If you haven't tried this one, try it. But I've said before that what I like to do is, you know, when it comes to foundation, I think that you can have one particular foundation that you really like and make it look a million different ways. You don't have to have one that's dewy and one that's matte and one that's this and one that's that. Like if you use a brush with a foundation, like this is the Clinique Acne Solutions, which I really like. It just works well on my skin. Has good coverage, you know. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is so soft. This is so good. I need to buy another one. I'm telling you, there's a difference. So it has really good coverage, but if you use it with a dampened beauty blender, it has like a beautiful natural glowy finish. If I use it with a brush, I get like a really makeup-y look, like very full coverage, very like, I don't want to say matte, but yeah, I mean it does. It looks makeup-y, which I don't like. The only thing I do have this on my lips. I have the Sarahott Lip Airbrush, which is nice. So yeah, I mean you can mix like a highlighting product in with your foundation to give it like a little bit of dewiness, or to give it a glow, I mean. You can use it with a damp beauty blender to give it like some dewiness, like you can see. It just makes it look like real skin when you use it with this, and it shears it out. And I think in the summertime, the key is you don't want anything to be thick. You don't want to pile on a bunch of layers. Your foundation will last so much longer if it is a good formula that's applied pretty sheer. Like if you want a lot of coverage, you can certainly like pile that up. I could even use a beauty blender and like go back and like, you know, add more coverage to where I need it. But I think if you use a product that's like, for me at least, if I use something that's like made to be really sheer, I don't know, or something that is just kind of like, almost like a CC cream that is too slippery, it'll just slide right off my face, and you have to apply a ton of it to even get the coverage you want, and then by then you've just completely like done the opposite of what I said, you know, really kind of works. So the idea is to kind of change up your products to things that won't melt off your face. Y'all, I have the best new eyebrow products that I haven't even mentioned yet. I think I'm good, but I just keep adding. I think I need a little more on my chin. But y'all, the best eyebrow, oh my gosh, really good for summer because they actually set. It's like a pin formula. I think even sometimes when I use the brow pomades and stuff, like if I really sweat, you can kind of see it gathering and you can just wipe it right off, and it's like, no, like I don't want to accidentally like touch my face and wipe off my makeup. Like that's not the goal. So I don't know if you can tell, but this is like such a good foundation, and for me, I mean, it's not fancy. It's like a Clinique Acne Solutions. Like, there's nothing exciting about it. Like, usually foundations that say that they're good for like breakout prone skin usually like just cracks up and like looks horrible on me. But this is a really good one, and it keeps me from breaking out, which I love. So yeah, the coverage is really nice. And then I take kind of the side of the Beauty Blender and I just, you know, do that. Just don't want it to look makeup-y or thick. This was like my little breakout was so small, and like it's gone. It's just the little red is left. So sometimes I just use the foundation itself to dot a little, but I've been using this, the Bye Bye Breakout, and it's been really good. I knew there was a reason I bought this. When I first was showing you guys this, I was like, why did I, you know, I'm like, I don't have any breakouts right now. And then of course, but I do really like it. I cannot see a thing I'm doing. I need to like get up close. So let's see what else. Okay, so for my under eye, I don't like to really put that foundation like super heavily under my eye. I really don't like to do that with foundations a lot at all. But that one has a treatment in it, you know, it has a little bit of salicylic acid, so I usually never put that up under my eye. But I'm using my Tatcha Pearl. This is the lid. I just always kind of work from the lid because it has so much in it. And I just put that on, and a lot of times I don't even feel like I need concealer. The idea is like I'm not trying to layer up a ton of product, so maybe, I don't know, if you feel like it's a particularly like bad day and you want to like just put on a lot of concealer, you could just skip this, and I don't know, it depends. Like you can definitely layer it, but my idea is like I just don't want to layer a lot. Put a little on my brow bone. I have a really good trick for eye makeup in the summer too, where your mascara, like you don't even have anything to flake off. Like your eyes are done, but you don't have like all that runny like eyeliner and mascara goop, which is disgusting. Like I hate that. I feel like that's pretty good. I mean, if you really wanted to add anything else, you could. I'll use my little peach powder trick just right there in a second. But I'm gonna let that kind of sit for a minute. You see how kind of like you can see that little line? And it's just your skin, but the powder really helps. Okay, I know you think, oh, use a powder. I think sometimes powders can honestly just get too cakey and too weird. Like this foundation really sets. Like I don't need to set it with a powder. I don't want to apply a ton of powder products over. So I really do love this. I've gone through a few of these over the years. It's the Chanel Bronze, and it really is like, it's not like a typical cream product that will just like melt off of your face. Like it stays put like crazy, like so much longer than a powder for me. And I don't do anything crazy with like contouring. I've always kind of showed you guys this, but I just do a really soft, thin wash of it. And see, it just kind of like makes my face look a little more alive. You can even put like a little bit on your collarbone. I mean, I'm not gonna do all that. This is such a good product. It really does stay put. And then I don't want to like put a powder on top. It's just too much, you guys. It's just too much. It's just way too much. So, but I will do a little bit of a blush. And this is my NARS Orgasm. Sometimes I skip this completely, but I think in the summer it's kind of pretty. So I do a little bit of that. Just right there. I mean, nothing crazy, because again, the idea, I just want it to look kind of natural and pretty. I'll go ahead and do that peach powder. No, I won't. I'm gonna do my highlighter first, actually, before I do my eyes. This, I've showed you guys when it first came out a very long time ago. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand. It's this highlighter, and I didn't really, I don't know, like I just tried other things. It's just so good, and I'll be honest with you, you don't need much of it at all. It's just the most perfect tone. But what I love about it is that it actually like really stays put. Like a powder, to me, sometimes like if you really build it up to what you want, you know, it's gonna look a little powdery. So it's kind of hard to find a powder highlighter that's like just right. But this one is so good. It just really kind of, oh, that's way too much. I don't know why I did all that on my nose. It really just kind of stays where you put it. And it just makes your skin look kind of natural and dewy. If you feel like you've overdone it, just kind of bounce the end of the Beauty Blender over it that had your foundation on it, you see? It just kind of like makes it really like blended. So that's like perfect summer. No, it's not. I was gonna say, it's perfect summer skin. No, one more step. So take this Peach Perfect powder. I don't like to like bake on a whole ton of powder. I really just use the tiniest, but you could use your Beauty Blender. I don't know. I really like using a brush for this. Sometimes I feel like the Beauty Blender, especially a damp one, puts on a little too much when you're talking about powder. So I use this brush and I just put a little right there. I don't like to put it over here. I don't ever like to put powder under my eyes right there. If it's like a highlighter on my cheekbones, but not like powder, you know, under your eyes, it's just too much. It'll crease and make you look crepey. And it just dries it out. So you see that kind of just gives it a, kind of blurs that line. This powder tastes really sweet. I'm consuming it. Okay. Like breathing it in and tasting it. All right, so not bad. We're getting there. All right, now I want to do all the fun stuff. I'll do the lips and stuff last because there's really not. I mean, there's so many things you can do. I'm gonna give you a few of my skincare tips too here in a second. But okay, let's do brows, y'all. MAC comes out with so many new things between all of these crazy collaborations, which some are really fun. It's just too much. It's too overwhelming. So sometimes when they come out with something new, I'm just like, y'all have got to try this. A must-have for summer. It is the Shape and Shade Brow Tints, and I can use either Fling or Lingering. Lingering was the pencil I always used to use years ago. It has a liquid on one end that you can literally paint, and like Fling is very, almost like when you swatch it, it looks like nothing, but when you use it on your brows, you can see it just barely, like, it does. It gives you like the perfect like little shadow to like fill in. Especially like me, like I don't want, let me get it closer. I don't want to look like my brows are painted on. And I think that, oh yeah, the lingering's pretty good. I mean, I can use either one, but the lingering is pretty good. So it's kind of like I don't want to say watery. It's not like super opaque. It's just the most perfect shadow to fill in your brows, which is exactly what I want. Like I've got a good shape. Like I'm not trying to like draw on brows. I just really like to have that like softness behind them. The best thing is that it's not like a pencil, which I've told you guys, like pencils always, like if you put them on your skin, they're gonna kind of go back to that creaminess, like their original state. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially in the summer, you can really sweat off like pencils very easily. So I love that this is like a liquid product that sets, you know? Now on the end, it has this, which has the powder in the end, and it kind of feels like a spring, you know? And then it has powder that you can set it with, which I think is kind of ideal for the summertime. So yeah, you still have to have kind of a little separate brow brush, which is fine. But it just makes them look really soft. The liquid end really kind of just stays on all day. But see, this one still looks better than when it has nothing on it, I feel. Because this is my bad brow. See, sometimes I just leave them. I don't know, y'all. I mean, pick your battles. So this one, like I said, it doesn't really need a whole lot. It's kind of perfect because this just makes the tiniest little like hair strokes, and you think it's not doing anything, and then you back up and look at it, and it's like, it gives you just a nice little shadow around and just kind of smooths them. And you don't have to worry, like I said, about it wiping off or anything, because it's literally like a liquid that sets, you know? Set it with just a little bit of the powder, and it's done. See, that one's much easier. That one doesn't have a lot of issues. Sometimes I'll just use a brow gel like this one, the Hourglass. This is so easy. You really don't have to do much at all. I do like to always put a gel on afterwards, and this has a little bit of color, so if you didn't want to do that whole thing, just wanted to kind of keep your summer routine like super easy, which is what I do a lot of the days, I just use this. This is the Hourglass, that volumizing brow gel. And it has a little tint to it. But a lot of the times, like if I've done that pen, I was just kind of showing you that for an example. That kind of keeps them in place a little. I use this a lot of the time too. It's just clear. So whether I put nothing on my brows or whether I do this and I just want to kind of keep them in place. This Benefit Ready Set Brow, I've told you guys before, is like the most like heavy duty brow gel on the planet. My brows are gonna be nuts today because I normally would not do all this. This is just, I'm just showing you. I don't know why I feel the need to do this, but a lot of brows going on today. Let me show you what I do on my actual lids. Okay, so I don't want to do like a lot of powders. I don't want to have to layer a whole bunch of stuff. So I've either been doing one of two things, which I think is really good for the summertime. These Laura Mercier, the ones that say matte, the matte caviar ones, really do set amazingly. Or I use this Jane Iredale Eye Sheer. This one gives you just a little bit more shimmer for the summertime. I just love a liquid product that will set, you know, so that you don't have to worry about things fading and creasing. And but I'm gonna use this. Maybe for this tutorial I should have used that other one, but whatever. I'm using this because this is just my favorite, and this is what I want to wear today. So this is the Au Naturel, the matte caviar stick, and I hope you guys can see what this does. So I start like, you know, you can blend it with your fingers or with a brush, but I blend it just slightly into my crease, and when I get it, you know, kind of thinned out just a little, it starts to set. And it really sets like, not like, oh, you can tell like something's creamy on there, like you reach up and feel it. It really, really does set nicely. And it has surprisingly held up so well against like creasing and stuff. So that's easy. And it looks like you've put on like some pretty like taupey, like glowy eyeshadow. And it's just so, so easy. Now, for my eyeliner, you can do a couple of things. You can do whatever you want. But I find that if I do like a pencil liner, which I absolutely love, but it'll start kind of collecting, you know, when you sweat, when it's hot. And then also if you blend it or you smudge it, it can transfer up here. Even like my eyes, I have a lot of eye space, but it still can do that if I really go to town and smudge heavily. So I find that using a liquid product that actually sets to like a dry finish, kind of similar to what I did with my eyebrows, is the best. And this has been such a good one, the Chanel. And I do find that it is very like, I don't want to say like sweat proof, but like it's very like heat proof. Like it doesn't run, it doesn't do anything weird. Another one that's a good option if you don't want to splurge for the Chanel is the Maybelline Curvy. This is such a good one, you guys. I really love the Chanel one. I think you can get a little bit of a smaller, like more like easier line with this one. So, and I like that you can get it like as far in as you want. You don't have to worry about like it collecting, or you know what I'm saying. So you can go small or as thick as you want. But since I didn't do a whole lot of eyeshadow, I don't know, I think it's kind of pretty to do it just slightly thicker. And then what I'll do is a tiny, tiny little wing on the outer edge. I don't want it to be nuts. Just a little flick. This one is very easy to do a wing. Like this is a when I say wing, like this, it's just a little tiny one. Like I don't like big heavy wings for me. Smooth it out. So good, you guys. So the whole idea is that I don't want my eyes to have anything that I'm gonna like worry about running. For that reason, I don't really do anything to my lower lash line. I'm not even gonna put mascara down there because honestly, I really don't love that look a lot of the time. I feel like sometimes it just kind of pulls me down, or it kind of just ages me a bit. But I do love not having to worry about this liner smudging. Once it's set, it's set. You don't have to put any powder over it. You don't have to do anything weird. Now, if you really just did not want to, and see like now when I touch that, it feels like so set, my eyeshadow. You don't even have to put anything on. Like if you really just did not want to worry about anything, like if you thought, well, there's a chance this could crease, then just don't do it. Just don't put it on if you're really prone to creasing. I'm going to show you my trick that I do with false lashes. I tend to do this a lot in the summertime because I love mascara. Like it's easy. You can do waterproof, but waterproof a lot of times is just so fussier for me. Like you get in the pool or you start sweating or you do it. Not that I would even like wear it if I was going to go to the pool. Like who cares? But it just sticks together. It's a pain in the you-know-what to get off, and it just damages, to me, it damages my lashes. So I can spend so much time doing like lashes or mascara. I'd rather just do my easy lashes. And I'm showing you guys a different one. This is the same brand that I showed you guys in my favorites. It's the Eylure. These are so inexpensive. You can get a pack of 3, and this is the 117. And they're very similar to the Ardell Wispies, but the band is even thinner. And these are very comfortable. And I've showed you guys how the band is just so like curved and just shaped perfectly. So I use this little duo like paint on lash glue, which is just could not be easier. And I just get the thinnest amount of glue, and you don't have to worry about these lifting up. Now, if you use like a really thick banded pair of lashes, you may find those are a little fussier maybe throughout the day. I just find these are just so easy. You don't feel them. And I'm not gonna put any mascara at all on my eyes because I don't wanna worry about it running. I mean, y'all, look, mascara is fine. Like I use it all the time. You can do it where it doesn't look like it's running or where it doesn't look crazy. But I'll be honest with you, if you don't have to use it and you can just do this, if you're gonna be like out sweating or like you're going to like an outdoor event and you wanna do your makeup and look like super cute, but you know it's gonna be like hotter than hell, and you know what I mean? Like why not do something like this? So now you don't have to worry about your mascara flaking. You don't have to worry about it running. If you get splashed, you don't have to worry about it. If you're going to the pool, if you're gonna be playing like beach volleyball, don't do yourself up. You know what I mean? Throw on some sunglasses and some SPF and like get over yourself. And you can't even detect it. Like you can't even see the lash line. These are just so good. But you know, there's so many things that we do outside. There's so many events that you're gonna wanna go to, and I don't know, maybe I'm just real messed up because in Georgia where I live, it is so hot. Like it gets it gets balmy. It gets like real humid, real hot. So you do a lot of things outside, so you kind of have to know like how to look cute in the hot weather. Don't you guys think though? I mean, this is just so easy. So y'all, this is like major summer proof, heat proof. Stuck together a little bit. I think some glue got on the end of that one. I'll have to like wait till it dries and then comb them. It's just easy, y'all. I mean, I know you're like, oh, you're doing false lashes. Honestly, like, those are so quick. And the time that it took me to do like 3 coats of some kind of like crazy mascara, I did that. So yeah, just check them, make sure that they're down, that are stuck. I mean, these are just so easy, you guys, and you don't have to worry about them transferring. You don't have to worry about flaking. You don't have to worry about anything. I love it so much. So let me show you what I'm gonna do for my lips. So sometimes like I'll just throw on lip gloss. I mean, we all know how to do that. That could not be easier. I'm gonna do this. I have really been enjoying this. This is the Ophelia by Kat Von D. I love these because they don't make my lips feel super dry. I did put on this, the Sarahott Lip Airbrush, which is a genius product for before liquid lipsticks. This is gonna feel like nothing. It's gonna feel like you're putting nothing on your lips. It just feels like a slight like softness, which I really do like. So I love these because they won't dry your lips out, but they're not gonna like run down your face, which I love. You don't need lip liner. And this particular color could not be easier. So very, very simple. And then you don't have to worry about it. You don't even have to worry about touching up because this will last a long time. Now I always like to put a little bit of this Muneca on top of it. Just in the middle. It's slightly lighter. And you are like summer proof. Like, I just feel like it's just so easy. Oh, and let me show you too. This is also a good option if you don't want to do a liquid lipstick, which this feels so light, it feels like nothing, and I really like it. But these are so nice, the Jouer lip glosses that are those high pigment ones. This is that Saint Germain color. I really love this, and you could even apply it over this throughout the day if you wanted to, but it's so thin, it's not goopy, and you get a lot of color from it. So I do like that. It doesn't look so heavy, you know. And you can spray a little. Now, I've told you guys, I don't use powder to set my face. I have one of these in my car. I have one of these in my bathroom. It's just so good. It's the MAC Fix Plus. I mean, it's just so basic and so good, but I always come back to this one. This is just my favorite one, and now they have so many different versions. They have all the scented ones. They have the matte one, the charcoal one, the spray, like, or the matte one, or the shimmer one, and I just always go back to this old original one, and I honestly like the scent of this one better than any of the scented ones they came out with too. But let's see, it looks a little wet right there. Kind of do that if it got a little too drippy, if you put on too much like I did. So so yeah, you guys, just so easy. I'm about to do my hair, so I don't have any like real, oh, I did put on my earrings, but I don't have any like my necklaces or anything. I'll just wait and I will show that video on Friday. It's gonna be a really good, like, easy like way to curl your hair for the summertime that's like a little beachy. It looks a little more undone. But y'all, I really hope that you'll kind of employ some of these tips and you won't really think of makeup as being so tedious over the summertime. I know this took a long time. I was kind of explaining, but maybe if you can just take a few of these little tips, like with the foundation and with, you know, your eyes and stuff. It's such a good way to like look glam and done up, but you won't have to worry about your makeup running down your face. So thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye, you guys.